Hey fellas, in this video, rather than watching a bunch of pros play the game well, I thought it'd be fun to show some footage of a pug I played on Face It. It's not been a great week for tier 1 matches, so I'm a bit low on demos. I could just get some old demos, certainly, but there's something quite amusing about what Auto Director thinks is interesting to watch when a bunch of poorly coordinated scrubs play the game. Anyway, enough introductory padding, let's talk about the Pick'em Challenge. Specifically, what would happen if Volvo made it free for anybody who owns CSGO to enter the Pick'em Challenge? Every time there's a major, Volvo has a challenge to pick who will win each stage. This requires you to buy stickers for all the teams you think will win. If you get one wrong, and the team goes out, you might need to buy more stickers. This is a way for those interested to earn a coin that shows off how well they know their professional teams. I have a couple of these from past majors, though I usually only bother if I like the look of the trophies. Check out my golden Dorito and my stealth Dorito. Suppose for a moment that the Pick'em Challenge was free to do. You don't need to buy any stickers. If anyone could take part, lots of people who are interested in the professional scene might be inclined to have a crack at picking the teams they like the sound of. To give some incentive for Valve to make it free, they could still sell the stickers, but make them optional. People who buy them get a trophy for their predictions, while people who don't buy the stickers only get a spot on the leaderboard. They might then watch the major to see how their chosen teams do. This could help offset the low viewership of the last couple of majors. If people aren't watching the major, pro teams don't have a prize pool. More people watching could help build a more financially stable competitive scene. Of course, this doesn't mean that the low viewership of the last major was caused by people losing interest in the Pick'em Challenge. Of course not. There are lots of factors that have caused declining viewership. The majors have two groups of teams, the Legends and the Challengers. During ESL 1 Cologne, many of the top teams lost their legendary status. Ninjas in Pyjamas, Envious and G2 all went home in the group stages and will need to re-qualify for the next major. NiP have never lost their legendary status before. When the final is a battle between two teams that people don't recognise, viewership is going to decrease. Everybody likes an underdog, certainly, but that underdog certainly isn't allowed to beat the crowd favourites. Of course, the change to the legendary teams could pave the way for new, exciting change to the top CSGO teams. We're reaching a bit of a generation change. You see teams like Virtus.pro, who have members in their 30s, and you have to think that, sooner or later, they're going to retire. In these past couple of years, people have started to question, for the first time, how old is too old to be playing Counter-Strike. Many current Tier 1 pros got into professional CS 1.6 in their late teens. That was over a decade ago for many of them. We've seen many top players retire in their 20s, for Flaren, NATO and Devilwalk to name but a few. Some new players are going to be filling the shoes of these retiring players. Eventually, all the original greats will be replaced with emerging new talents. Many of these talents come from much smaller Tier 2 and Tier 3 teams. There are many hidden talents in these teams, waiting to be discovered. I mean, look at Plessen, Fnatic's first stand-in after Olafmeister's hand injury. He was holding his own quite comfortably against Tier 1 teams, and he was just a Face It Pro League player. Teams losing their legendary status is a good thing for the evolution of top teams. If it were up to me, there would be no legendary status, and every team would have to qualify every time there was a major. I suspect the only reason the legendary status even exists is to save money on the qualifiers. By assuming the previous top teams are going to qualify again, they save a good chunk of cash. But there I go speculating again. Hopefully you'll agree, it would be nice if there was a bit more reason to do the Pick'em Challenge than just to get the trophy. I've done 2 of them now, and I got gold both times. Seeing as I can only display one at a time, I don't know why I'd want to do another. The only reason I even did the second one was because I wanted the stealth Dorito. But I digress. If there were some skin drops that you could get while watching the matches that you predicted, that would be pretty cool. Particularly if the drops were from the map being played. The chance of a Dragon Lore drop would be more than a little tantalising to many, I feel. In conclusion, I think Valve should make the sticker portion of the Pick'em Challenge optional to make the majors more appealing to new players. The paywall is intimidating to many players and makes the majors feel like a bit of an exclusive club. Many players don't understand the value in case drops from watching the stream. The promise of skins, or even explaining to players what they would get, seems like it could only be a positive thing for the community. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to be moving back to uni this weekend, so there might be a bit of a delay between this video and the next. But I have something fun planned for the next one, so be sure to stick around for that. See you soon, guys!